Once upon a time, in a quaint and peaceful village surrounded by lush green fields, there lived a poor but bright boy named Arjun. Despite his humble beginnings, Arjun possessed an extraordinary intelligence and a deep love for learning. He was known in the village for his sharp mind and quick grasp of concepts, often outshining his peers in school. However, life for Arjun was not easy. His family struggled to make ends meet, and as the only son, he had to shoulder many responsibilities. After attending school every day, Arjun would head straight to the fields to work alongside his parents. From sunrise to sunset, he toiled tirelessly under the hot sun, plowing, sowing, and harvesting crops to ensure his family could survive. At home, he helped his mother with household chores, fetching water, chopping firewood, and running errands. Arjun's routine was grueling, yet he never complained. Despite his exhaustion, he would light an oil lamp late at night and study for a few precious hours, determined to succeed. By the time Arjun reached the 12th grade, his dedication and intellect had caught the attention of the entire village. The villagers were in awe of his resilience and admired his ability to balance hard work with education. They began to place high hopes on him, believing he would make the village proud by topping his 12th grade exams. "Arjun is the pride of our village," they often said. "He will surely excel in his exams and achieve great things in life." When the exam season arrived, Arjun prepared as best he could, balancing his studies with his responsibilities at home and in the fields. He entered the examination hall with hope in his heart, determined to fulfill both his own dreams and the expectations of the villagers. But when the results were announced, Arjun faced a devastating setback. He had failed in one subject. The reason for his failure was unclear, but it shattered his confidence. News of his failure spread rapidly through the village, and the same people who once praised him began to mock and ridicule him. "Look at him," they sneered. "All that effort, and he couldn't even pass his exams properly." Every day, as Arjun walked to the fields, he was met with taunts and harsh words. Some villagers whispered behind his back, while others openly laughed at him. The weight of their scorn grew heavier with each passing day, leaving Arjun disheartened and filled with self-doubt. Unable to bear the pain any longer, Arjun decided to seek advice from Hari, an elderly wise man who was respected by everyone in the village. Arjun poured out his heart to Hari, tears streaming down his face as he said, "Whenever I walk to the fields, people mock me. Their words cut deep, and I don't know how to stop feeling this way. How can I ignore their taunts and insults?" Hari listened intently, nodding thoughtfully. After a moment, he smiled and said, "My son, I will give you a simple task. Take a large pot and fill it completely with milk. Hold the pot with both hands, and as you walk through the village, focus on not letting a single drop spill. If you can do this, you will find your answer." The next morning, Arjun followed Hari's instructions. He filled a large pot with milk and carefully balanced it in his hands. As he walked through the familiar village path, he could hear the murmurs of people around him. "Look, there he goes again," some said mockingly. "Why bother? He'll fail at this too," others jeered. But Arjun was too focused on the pot to pay attention. He kept his eyes fixed on the milk, walking with slow and deliberate steps to ensure that not a single drop would spill. His determination grew stronger with each step, and by the time he reached the fields, he realized something remarkable: he hadn't heard a single word of the villagers' taunts. Arjun returned to Hari, his face glowing with understanding. "I understand now," he said. "When I was carrying the milk, all my focus was on the pot. I didn't have time to listen to what others were saying. Their words didn't matter anymore." Hari smiled and replied, "Exactly. My son. In life, you must focus on your own goals with the same intensity. Let the distractions around you fade away. If you give too much importance to others' opinions, you will lose sight of your path. But if you concentrate on your journey, nothing can shake you." This experience transformed Arjun. He returned to his studies with renewed determination, no longer burdened by the villagers' opinions. His failure became a stepping stone, and he worked harder than ever before, eventually achieving his dreams. This story teaches us a powerful lesson: focus on your goals with unwavering determination. Just as a camera sharpens its lens on the subject and blurs the background, we must channel our energy into what truly matters and ignore the noise around us. Success and failure are part of life, and they often attract opinions and judgments. But allowing these voices to control your thoughts only hinders your growth. Instead, immerse yourself in your ambitions, and let everything else fade into insignificance.